All right, let's get this show on the road. This is eSeniors. It is IMOLA, and it is the sprint race. 30 minutes of action, no pit stops. And this is the standing today after 7 races of this 10 race season. We have Peter Wolfslener kind of running away with this 360 points, but then it gets more interesting here. Branko Bersak 284, Johan Larsson 281, Derek Bird 248, Jeremy Arobas 232. A great effort here by Jeremy, being a P5 in this championship. I don't see Branko Bersak on track. So that's a little pity. He's gonna, I think he's on vacation. Unless he's showing up here in last second. So let's get on track and talk about our sponsors as the guys start to warm up here to start to push and get some lap time on the board. So to the right there we have Castle and Cauldron. You can find them on Facebook. It's a home-based crafting business specializing in homemade Harry Potter and Fantastic Beast collectibles, fairies, magic wands and potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumer and much more. So Castle and Cauldron, where crafting meets the magical. And then in the middle there we have Syndeo as a technology broker, and they are specialized in voice, contact center and cybersecurity solution for businesses. And Syndeo's advisor, they will help you select the best technology solution for your business. And then we have Sim3D, dashboards, flag boxes, LED eyebrows, power supply brackets, anything you need for your sim rig. So if you're in the business for any of these products or services, please consider our sponsors. And we thank them so much for helping us to keep this going. Let's get on the game stream. And hello guys on the chat there. Paolo, Aaron, Dimitri, Terry. Let's maybe what we do here, we put up the personal best. We have 18 cars on track. I want to double check if I see Branko here. No, Branko is not here. But we do have Johan Larsson, so if Johan produces a good result here, I mean, he will certainly take P2 in the championship. And Derek Bird is always fast. So we'll see what that means. Jean-Marie Grouillot from France in his number 5 Porsche. I'm sorry, not the Porsche, but number 5 Ferrari. So if you're new to eSeniors, it's an international crowd of racers on the PC platform racing Assetto Corsa Competizione. And you can reach us on SIMGRID, Facebook, send us a message on YouTube, connect, and you will get age verified and you can race with us. And we have championships, but we also have every day at 1 p.m. Central Time this time. Every day we have races. Some of them are championships, like today on a Monday. We also have a championship on Fridays. It is the GT3. And then on Saturday we have the big race where we have 3 classes that compete GT3. So we are just about to finish the championships. We have this race, then we have Red Bull Ring, and then we have Bathurst as the last race. So we will start the planning for the next season. Try and get some of the tracks that we haven't raced that much. Probably Watkins Glen, Circuit of the Americas. We didn't have IMOLA this year. We didn't have Paul Ricard either. So that would be certainly one track that we would do. Johan Larsson there in the Wolfpack livery. So it's Wolfslener, the other member of the Wolfpack, have the fastest lap, 140.740. These cars goes over the Tosa, or I'm sorry, this is the Variante Alta, turn 15. So this is a track that's not very easy to pass on. So the start is important. And it comes up, the start comes up to this choke point that we're gonna pass here with Johan Larsson, looking at his bonnet cam. That's Variante Tamburello. Then we have another Variante Villeneuve. And he goes out wide, and that's easily done there on that turn if you don't get it just right. And Johan Larsson goes out again. And Wolfslener currently 6/10 ahead of his closest guy behind, as we see Jeremy Aroba starting a lap. Currently in P7. Like I mentioned, he is P5 in the championship. Very strong result. What we do is that we have one result. Your worst result is going to be stricken from your count. So P8 was Jeremy's last result. His best result, P6 in the championship. He did P6 at Spa and Laguna Seca. Running the Rocket livery. Laszlo Nemeth from the Netherlands or Holland. Browsing down here to see where he sits. Laszlo Nemeth, he is P14 in the championship. He's just been racing the last 3 races, and his last result was P16. So here's Eric Langlois from France. P10 last race. Currently P15 in the championship. And it's less than 7 minutes remaining of the qualifying. And Eric goes into the pits in his pink pig. It's a pretty cool livery. I'm just yeah, Paolo, there's 3 championships, correct? Like Stefan Buckley puts up from Twitch there, Sprint, GT2 and GT3. There is a spot available in the GT3. It's kind of late, but it's the bronze group that has one opening. And and you can't sign in directly in SIMGRID. You use the invitation links that's on our Discord. Laszlo Nemeth 142.2. There's Jean-Marie going really wide. That's gonna disqualify his lap. Roman Mark from Slovenia, he's his P8. He didn't race the last race, previous race, and his best result was a P4. at Laguna Seca. Currently running P8. Wolfslener 140.7. So now Hellström is the second. So that's the Wolfpack 1, 2, 3 right now. In the top there, here at the sprint. And I don't think actually Hellström was in the Wolfpack before, but he is now. Tommy has only been able to drive 3 races, but it's been first race was P9, but then he did the P2 at Spa and P4 at Silverstone. The last race that we had was very rainy, but today is dry, sunny skies here at IMOLA in Italy. And it wasn't so sunny when Stefan Buckley was actually visiting the actual track. It was very wet, and it was flooding, devastating flooding in this region at the time. Who haven't we seen? We haven't really seen Brian Banks. Brian Banks in P14. Not really getting the pace. I know that he wants his 144.6. I'm sure he can do better. Randy Zimmer, I think he just joined actually. Hasn't logged the time yet. Yeah, the GT3 normal race, so to speak, 50 minutes and a pit stop in the middle. But today we're doing sprint, no pit stops, just a 30-minute race. Mirš Ponov sits here in P4 at the moment. Mirš Ponov P7 in the championship, placed P7 in the rainy race at Silverstone. So here we see the different flags. Some of the flags are not coming through for some reason. And we can do manufacturer too. We have Terry Trowbridge there in the middle in the Bentley. Very faithful to that brand. As we saw Derek going wide. Yeah, that's Porsche really takes those curbs. You couldn't really see that it was bouncing that much. Let's put the deltas to, there we go. We can see here in the last minute or so who is on a good lap. As we see Billy Stewart surrounding, goes out in the sand, but he sits in P5, which is a good result there. Wolfslener in the pits. There's Larsson. See if we can get around and do another lap. Get around in time. Here behind him, just behind him is Tommy Hellström. It's my producer. Sets camera on Laszlo, who is just going off track. Go back to Larsson. 20 seconds or so left of the qualifying. Yeah, Johan Larsson's going to be able to do another lap if he wants. This would be his chance to take the pole. Can get it together. But yeah, they are actually, there's 1/100th of a second between Peter and Johan Larsson. So Larsson doesn't really need to do that much. Peter sits in the pits. So this is all on Larsson. So just try to get 1/10. So his time is 1:40.750. And Peter Wolfslener is 1:40.740. So it's 1/100th of a second between these guys. Larsson is not really managing to see if he can improve in this turn. On the throttle early. It's about even still with his time. He's flirting a little bit with best. Oh, he goes wide there. That's not gonna do it. He was on the cusp to be able to. That's unfortunate. Zimmer is not running. Oh, McClellan joined too, very late. So these two guys are not qualifying. Sauvage, I think that's the last guy on track. So let's take a look at IMOLA. Do a little track walk on the layout. So here's the choke point after the start, Variante Tamburello. Coming then another long straight into Variante Villeneuve. Toe size, that kind of hairpin coming up the hill. Flicking to the left there, almost a blind corner coming down to Acqua Minerale. And then Variante Alta. A chicane where you really have to have a good setup to come through there without bouncing too much. And we finalize the race round in Rivazza and then into goal. So that is the track. Very fast, very fun. I was driving the KTM and it was really, really nice. It was, yeah, that track. I think KTM will do good there. We will start in a couple of minutes. We're gonna do the little track walk where I introduce the drivers. Setting that up. There we have them. All right, so here we go. So we have Peter Wolfslener. He did a 1:40.740. And then we have just 1/100th of a second. Johan Larsson, also from the Wolfpack. And then on the second row, P3, Tommy Hellström. And then we have P4, Mishponov from Macedonia, Derek Bird, P5, P6, Billy Stewart, and Roman Mark from Slovenia, P7, Laszlo Nemeth from the Netherlands, P8, Terry Trowbridge in his trusty Bentley, P9, Jeremy Robles, P10, Philippe Sauvage, P11, Thomas Rainier from Canada, P12, and Michel Benchaya, also from Canada, P13, Brian Banks, P14, Eric Langlois, P15. Jean-Marie Grouillot, P16 from France. And here's our resident Kiwi from New Zealand, P17. Kevin Torrance. Randy Zimmer start from the grid. And Mikey McClellan, P19. There we go. So we have a full formation lap. And I'm the commentator, Christer Hjort. After this season, I'm gonna retire for a little bit, moving to Sweden, so I'm not gonna be able to run the game as everything I own gets shipped over to Sweden. It's gonna take a while. But once I'm stationed in Sweden, then we'll get going again. So the Wolfpack dominates here, top three. Peter, Johan, and Tommy. I think they're gonna make sure that they all coming through without any problems in the beginning. Hey, John Saunders, Craig Holmes, joined too. Don't forget to hit the like button. So 1:40.7 is the fastest lap, and just 1/100th of a second between Peter Wuslin and Johan Larsson. So this could be a fight. Should be fun. So they're coming through here on our full formation lap. Okay, cars are in the formation now. So Pawnov there sitting in P4. And then behind there we see Bird and Stewart. There they go. There should be a start here any moment now. I don't think there's going to be pandemonium because we have the Wolfpack friends up there. So they're going to certainly take it easy, not to spoil each other's race. Very nice information there. Wolfslener is tucking in as the first driver coming through. Variante Tamburello. I'm gonna look back a little bit, see. Yeah, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Didn't see any flags coming up. Oh, we see Larsson going wide. Contact. Oh, Pawnov was in there doing contact. Both of the Wolfpack cars were able to maintain their progress. Bird is behind. Let's go back and look at that. I think that's what we're gonna capture here. So there we see Larsson goes wide, and then it's contact. kind of bouncing between the cars. And the big loser there was Ponov. Was another accident marked here with Thomas. Thomas is next to Savage. They're coming up. Is the contact? There is a little contact from Savage, but that was just about it. And here we go, second lap. All right, so there wasn't pandemonium, but 3 wide coming into that that chicane there, or the hairpin. It's not advised. Yeah, I think that was a little ambitious by Mears there. And then they started to bounce back and forth, which I think more kind of a game situation than anything else. So we'll have stewards look a little bit closer to that one. And sometimes when it's like drivers, that there are 2-3 drivers that just don't back up, back down, you know. What do you do? All right, so Wolfslener, Larsson, Hellström, and Derek Bird. Roman Mark getting a little bit closer to Billy. Billy had a problem coming through. He was really bouncing there with his Aston Martin. See if Laszlo Nemeth is going to do a move. As I said, it's really hard. There's not that many places to pass, so the strategy is, I think, just to wait for the other guy to make a mistake and pass when there is an obvious chance. So yeah, Dimitri, I don't want to second guess what the stewards gonna say, but I tend to lean on that. You know, it was the guy that was most ambitious, I think, was Ponov, and he was the loser out of it anyway. So yeah, we'll see. But it's a tight track, this, so it tend to be happen things like that on this track. As we see, oh, Grouillot, what happened here? Grouillot, is that a contact? See? Oh, wow, there was a car there that had gone sideways. That wasn't an accident. Only 3 accidents recorded so far. Oh, that's what was that went off? Was that Benchaya? What happened? Let's go back. Oh, he just went on those big bumps there. Bump. So we're probably gonna see, gonna enjoy Ponov going up the field. There's Philippe Savage. Tried to hook on to number 72 there, Thomas Renier in his martini-clad Porsche. One of my favorite liveries out there, I think. McClellan getting close. McClellan is a fast guy, so he started in the back. So did Zimmer. He came really late, McClellan, so he couldn't do any qualifying laps. He's another guy we're probably going to see run up the field a little bit. Wolfslener 1 second ahead. Wolfslener. Oh, I'm sorry, Wolfslener is 1 second ahead of Larsson. Yeah, but we still have Trowbridge there, P8. That's a big heavy car to take around these turns. See if McClellan can push Kevin Torrance. Oh, went a little bit wide there, Torrance. I had to adjust. Coming in here to Aqua Minerale. Behind it we have Pornoff lurking. Stay with this group here. There's McClellan, got a good run. Defensive move there by Torrance. And there's the touch. McClellan goes off with intent to wait, which was reasonable. But yeah, Torrance took a little bit of time for him to get out, but McClellan has slowed down to wait for him, which was very nice. Gave Pornoff an opportunity to get ahead, which he did. Chaya is chasing Eric Langlois. Now Benchaya is really wanting to come to make a move here. Is he going to do it here? He's looking, and he is. Very nicely done. Langlois was really aware of the car coming behind. Well done. Probably understood that this was a driver that's faster than him. You have to choose your battles. Going up to Peter Rainier. Reached Jeremy Robas now. Sliding a little bit as he comes out of this chicane, Variante Alta. Philippe Sauvage in the back. Field is pretty much spread out. McClellan have now surrendered his position to Kevin Torrance. That was nicely done. Sometimes it's hard, you know. If the car goes off, that you may be bumped, and he comes in, sits in an awkward place, have to back out, and you know, how long do you wait? You know, that was the it's a decision you had to make. I mean, you can always race on and then you know, lift a little bit, see if the guy is coming out, and if you meet later in the race, you can just give him back the position. So anyway, Thomas Rainier chasing Jeremy. I've started to drive the Porsche and I really, really like it. I think it's a fun car. It sounds really, really good. And I think it's really competitive, you know, in the right hands. Obviously, we see that with Derek Bird really fast in the... I mean, he's certainly competing with the Ferraris here on this track, and not really the McLarens in the top there, but those drivers are kind of extraordinary. As we have Peter Woolslen now almost 4 seconds ahead of Larsson. I was driving the KTM earlier today on this track, and it was really nice to drive. So much fun, and he was eating those curbs on that Variante. Kind of the chicane with the big bumps. I'm looking forward to run the GT3 race here on Friday. Pornoff has now reached Eric Langlois. Got a good exit. He sits in the slipstream. So we're gonna probably see a move now. It's my guess. Here he comes. Is he gonna be able to reach him? Yeah, Eric Langlois realizes what's going on. What do you mean? Ah, okay. You need in the real world, they remove the bumps. Nice move by Pornoff. The Porsche whisperer. Yeah, very true. Oh, did Langlois? Langlois went off. That was self-inflicted. Thomas, I would think that he would have a little bit more pace than what he has today. Thomas and I, we have very, very similar pace. So in the races where we participate, we always end up, I mean, he is in front of me or I'm in front of him. Ridiculous. Here comes into Rivazza. Jeremy Roba is a little bit faster than Thomas. Let's see what the clock's here. Right now, 45, 43.5, 43.5. Yeah, they're very... That lap was very even. Oh, he went really on those curbs there. Thomas, he might even get a warning for that. Philippe Sauvage looks really racy here behind in the Ferrari. As we see the Bentley of Trowbridge in front of Jeremy. Let's go up and look at Roman Mark. Roman is really challenging the Porsche whisperer Derek Bird here for P4. All right, here's Laszlo Nemeth just past Billy. Let's go back and just see how that happened. On the way into Variante Alta. Nicely done. Let's go back to Roman, see if he can get a good run on Derek as they come up on the straight. He doesn't stay in the slipstream. I would do that. No, he's not able to reach him. See what happens behind here. We have Billy Stewart and Roman Mark. Or Laszlo, I'm sorry. And down here we have Jean-Marie, Eric Langlois. Randy Zimmer hasn't done any progress at all. Then we have McClellan is behind Torrance again. Gonna be able to pass this time without contact. Benchaya just passed Brian Banks. Benchaya now up in P12. All right, Roman Mark continues to work on Derek Bird. Johan Lars on 2.3 behind Peter Woods-Lenner at the moment. Mirj Ponov up to P13, just past Brian Banks. Roman Mark make a move. Benchaya have Ponov behind him. Coming through Tamburello. Pornoff got a good run out of that. Look at that, how he's gaining. He goes on the inside. Gonna see a late break. Oh, there's the contact. Both of them. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know whose fault that was. Yeah, bad luck for Mirch Pornoff this race. That's not what he wanted. Lip Savage is still sitting there behind the Thomas. Thomas is not able to reach Jeremy. Roman Mark continues to work on Derek Bird. Inside view as we're coming into turn 7 here, Tosa. Behind them we see Laszlo and Billy. Right now, the Wolves pack is dominating the kind of the podium. Wolves pack podium right now. Porsche really look, or I keep saying the Porsche. The Ferrari looks really, really nice. That livery has, I like it. He's gonna get the good run now, so he can make a move. Another one that tries to make a move is Mr. Renier Thomas there. Really pushing behind Jeremy. Mirch Pornoff is now in the pits. Has he given up, perhaps? It would be unfortunate. All right, come on now, Thomas. Getting closer, going through Aqua Minerale. Oh, and here's the spin. Was that the contact? Yeah, it was contact. But Savage made contact with the rear and he's waiting. So Thomas is back on track, but now way behind Jeremy. So Jeremy get a little bit relief. Jean-Marie is now chasing down McLellan, or McLellan just passed him actually. Pornoff is in the pits. Or is he out again? Oh, Pornoff is out on track again. I wonder. why he went into the pits, but he did. Maybe he felt that he had too much damage. He had done quite a few contacts. So now he has a blue flag with Nemeth behind him and Stewart. Oh, Laszlo got a little wobbly there. Oh, he caught the curb. He caught the curb. Self-inflicted. Eric Bird, 12 seconds behind Hellström, so the Wolfpack sits really pretty up there. Maybe we put on, we can put on the, let's put on the little position delta for a minute. So not that much movement in the field. McClellan up 4, obviously Panov, kind of the big loser today, unfortunately. A couple of contacts that was really, really negative for him. So we have less than 7 minutes remaining of this race. What happened here? Thomas? A little flag on him. Okay, he went off. Went wide. What a struggle for Thomas today, unfortunately. Kind of my teammate in the Porsche club. Larsson. Something happened with Larsson. Let's go back 30 seconds on Larsson. That's Larsson and Hellström. I went back 30 seconds, so see if we could catch what was going on with him. Because we had a white flag there on him on the leaderboard. That means that he slowed down significantly. We see a yellow flag on Benchaya on the leaderboard. Not clear what happened there. But he lost several seconds because I mentioned before it was 12 seconds between Bird and Larsson. So something happened. He's driving very gingerly. And all of a sudden we see Derek Bird behind him. Bird is gaining on Larsson like crazy. I wonder if he's fuel saving. But it's five minutes left, so that's troublesome for Larsson here. Under big pressure. This is the closest action on track right now. Michel Benchaya goes into the pits too. Curious. Both Bird and Roman Mark is... Oh, Roman Mark is getting very, very close to Bird. Let's stay with these guys. This is Derek's cockpit. Very curious what's going on there with Larsson. I know that they are on their own kind of chat group when they talk during the race, so probably we can get some intelligence. And here comes the pass. Here comes the pass. Larsson cannot respond. Yeah, Bird goes inside. You're going to see a late break here on the inside. Yeah, there it is. Nicely done. Yeah, there it is. And there comes Roman Mark. This is a disaster for Larsson. He must be fuel saving. And behind him we have Ponov, who is being lapped. And here comes the next shark in the water. Billy Stewart. Oh, was that a little contact? Maybe. Yeah. Oh, was that Ponov again? Ponov is being lapped there, and there's a contact. Okay, well. Ponov went wide again there. But what a disaster for Larsson. So Derek Bird now P3. Mark is behind Challenger. Oh, Larsson goes into the pits. Oh, this is not good. So we have Wolfslena, Hellström and Bird. 1, 2, 3, as we have less than 2 minutes left. And I had to update my graphic because I had already set up a graphic. I thought that Larsson would maintain his position. He didn't, and Brad Banks now have passed, and Johan sits in the pits. Is he going to stay there or is he filling up? We'll see. All right, Thomas Hellström is ready to lap Kevin Torrance. Derek Bird tries to keep Roman Mark behind him. Yeah, my guess it's the fuel. Let's see if Larsson went out again. Oh, yes, sits there now. That's a disaster for him. I mean, he really need to get out on track and at least get some points. He'll get some points even if he DNF right now. He's done enough laps. All right, so we see Sauvage was finally able to pass Thomas. So let's follow Wolfslena here. There's less than 30 seconds left. Larsson still sits in the pits. So that's going to be interesting. What happens in the championship based on that? He will get points. So here is Wolfslena. Race clock has run out, so this would be his last lap. Totally dominating. Such an amazing driver. Really nice person too. Very helpful. And here's Wolfslena coming, getting the flag. Winner, Wolfslena. And behind him is Hellström. And Derek Bird. Roman Mark sits very close to him there, but I don't think he's going to be able to do something about it. No. There's the flag for Bird. Roman Mark. Billy Stewart. Top 5 there. And Laszlo Nemeth comes over. And Terry Trowbridge, P7 there, great stuff for the Bentley. All right, let's see if we can get an interview going. I'm gonna go into the podium interview. There, and I'm gonna put up a new podium graphic. There we are. See if we get someone in the podium interview room. Takes a little bit for Mr. Wolfslener to get there. Tommy Hellström.
Yeah, the Peter is coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull in Derek Bird.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Hey, Derek.
Ooh.
You had an interesting race there.
Yeah, under constant pressure. Well, about half the race from Roman really put me under pressure, made me sweat a lot. But yeah, good race, so enjoyed that.
Yeah, and what happened? What happened with the Wolf Pack there? Johan Larsson went into the pits, and I think he was fuel saving. Did he run out of fuel?
I'm not sure. Is that what it was? Oh, yeah.
He thought he was put in 60 liters, but it was only 50.
Ouch.
So we were planning to push him around, but it was too long to go.
Yeah, it became very dramatic there, and I feel sorry for him because you, Peter, and Johan, you were 1/100th of a second between each other on the qualifying, so you were both very, very even there.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he had a good pace as him as Tommy. It was the thing. I think that the mistake happened when he loaded the setup again, which was for the 50 minutes race.
Oh.
And there is 50 liters as the first stint and 43 liter for the. Is it 43? Yes, 50 and 43 for the second stint. And he forgot to adjust it to 59 liters. And but these things happen. So, but anyway, it was good practice for avoiding mistakes.
Yeah.
I think this.
Yeah, it was a little bit scary in the beginning there because there was a contact with Ponov. I don't know if it was you, Tommy, or if it was Johan. You were 3 wide there for a moment coming into that
Johan
hairpin.
went out a little bit in the sand on the left, and then he came back. So I went up beside him, and then suddenly Panov went on the right side of me.
Yeah.
So then we were 3, and it was not enough room for 3.
Yeah. No, I think that was kind of his loss.
Happened.
No, exactly. And he went off, but he was. I kind of felt he was the guy that shouldn't be there. So, we'll see. But
well, I didn't see him until I felt him.
Yeah. But overall, it was very nice start. All in all, this was very enjoyable race.
IMOLA is always similar to Monza, very long starting straight, and then the pack compresses it down and the T1.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I figured that as it was
okay.
all, and it's all wolf pack, so I knew you would take care of each other, not to make contact.
We had commands, or let's say talk on the team radio.
Yeah.
And yes. But anyway,
Yeah, so very well. So Peter, I mean, you're really running away on the points here. Branko wasn't racing. I think he had vacation again still. So
I think it was Roman Mark, his brother. He said he's on vacation.
yeah.
Or is it Branko?
Because
I asked Roman in the chat before. I said, "Where is Roman?" And he said he will call him, but I don't know what the outcome was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the, let's say, things. Yeah, it's the grid is getting smaller and smaller, and so if I remember at the beginning of the season we have been 40 or 35.
Yeah, 34.
And,
34 was signed up
over the season, right?
Yeah, because it's a lot of race. But Johan will get enough points because he completed enough laps to not get the DNF, so he will get points.
He did a very smart thing, because all in all, there many things happened during this chaotic finding that he only had 50 liters because he still believed he had 60. Then he forgot to disable the tire change, and all by sudden he also had a 110 kilometers per hour over the pit lane. So he decided, and this was a good move, he not leaving the pit anymore, because then he would be disqualified.
Yeah. That's correct.
This was way too fast, he said, and so he stayed in the pit these last 2 laps, and he can still get some points.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Derek, this is your 3rd P3 in a row.
Yeah.
So good result there.
Yeah, bit of luck with them, but
yeah,
it's all racing. I'll gladly take them.
And I was racing the GT2, the KTM on track IMOLA today, and that was a lot of fun to drive that thing around. So I'm looking forward to Friday GT2 race. So
Krista, I heard you are gonna move to back to Sweden.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this true?
That is true.
Okay. So when this is gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, we're putting the house on the market here in March.
That means you're 100% moving back.
100% moving.
And the entire family?
Well, I mean, it's just me and my wife. The kids are still here, so we're gonna travel back to the US and do 2 tours every year to go around and visit, because the kids are spread out anyway here. So yeah, so that's the plan.
They are born in US, right?
One is born in the US, one is born in Holland, and 2 are born here.
Okay.
But they're all Swedish citizens, so they can move to Sweden if they want, or they can be in the US if they want. So we're all, I don't know, but
we have a Swedish majority in our team. So if you're in the same time zone and you're looking for some buddies for practicing,
I would love to do that.
Tommy, you said it already. Welcome, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Yeah,
very well, guys. So appreciate you driving and enjoyed your race. So congratulations, and we'll see you on the next track or next race.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, guys, watching. Appreciate it. Please press the like button if you haven't, and we'll see you GT2 on Friday, next championship race. See you then.